What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I want to go over some initial details regarding Flint Treasure of Oblivion. This is a newly announced turn-based tactical RPG set in a world of piracy. And honestly, I'm excited about this because, the theme, the idea of pirates in terms of video game space is underutilized. We don't have enough good games. In my opinion, the last good single-player pirate game is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Skull and Bones, no, sorry, that was a flop. And freaking Sea of Thieves, we got that. It's cool, it is what it is. But, for me personally, it just doesn't, scratch that piracy itch for me. And this could be another way to scratch that itch for many of you as well, too, not just me. And I love RPGs, I love CRPGs, and this is a new CRPG announced with the publisher being Microids and newcomer developer Savage Level. This game is due out in Q4 of this year on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. We don't have much to go by with the trailer, but I did some digging here and some research on some details I got here from a few different sources. One being Game Informer, another one being IGN. So here they say, prepare to weigh anchor alongside Captain Flint, his trusty first mate Billy Bones, and their crew of seasoned sea dogs as they set sail in search of a legendary treasure promising freedom and fortune. Flint, Treasure of Oblivion, invites you to dive headfirst into a historically accurate pirate adventure spiced up with a dash of fantasy. That sounds exciting, right? Savage Level says, the game's turn-based combat mechanics are as tricky as navigating through a storm. Picking the right crew for the job will matter all the more because of it. Each crew member brings their own unique skills to the table, and players will need to adapt on the fly to take down foes and more. Players will use cards to trigger skills and attributes, all while influencing the fight with key dice throws. Which sounds like maybe they're mixing in some D&D elements here, or some elements of CRPGs. I don't think this is going to be on the level and high quality as like a Baldur's Gate 3 or Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, but, if they are going to at least take some elements from both those games while, doing their own unique thing with it, I'm all for it. The team describes the game's narrative as similar to that of a comic book, with speech bubbles, onomatopoeia, and comic strips. Discover a magnificent world, from the French city of Saint Malo to the exotic landscapes of Central America. Plus, diverse environments include cities, camps, jungles, and caves, all built in Unreal Engine 5. Players can don historically accurate costumes and weapons too. It's all about building up a trustworthy crew and exploring the port towns and dangerous waters during the rebellious golden age of pirates. In this tactical RPG, we follow the exploits of Captain Flint, his shipmate Billy Bones, and a larger crew of pirates as they search for glory and tons of loot during a booming and dangerous period of piracy. Along with the many tavern and back alley brawls the crew will get into, Captain Flint will also run into a swath of conflicts with rival pirates in temples and on the open waters, all leading up to the discovery of a mysterious treasure cache that sets the stage for the original novel. According to the developers, Flint leans heavily into the life of being a pirate and managing a crew, with some elements of dark fantasy seeping in as the adventure progresses. The story aims to be historically accurate to the era and the original novel while leaning into the freedom experience of a tactical RPG. Flint follows that tried and true CRPG formula, with you exploring the world from an isometric view to engage in combat and social interactions with various characters throughout the game, focusing more on a stylized AA adventure instead of the sprawling scope of games like Baldur's Gate 3 or Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. The Pirate CRPG features a mix of scripted story encounters with choice-driven moments, all presented in a comic book style adventure as Flint's ragtag crew of pirates grows their influence. As you explore more of Flint's world, you'll expand your crew of pirates, all carrying unique skills and archetypes to experiment with. Your crew choices will be tested in battle, which plays out in turn-based combat, with you commanding the crew's movement and actions on a hex-style battlefield. The success of your actions to trade, steal, or fire flintlock pistols at your opponents is determined by the luck of the dice, with a success equaling full roll resulting in connecting hits or critical damage, but a bad roll resulting in a miss. Flint's take on combat carries many of the familiar ideas and designs from other CRPGs and the current boom for the genre, but the pirate mystique adds a lot of charm and intrigue, which makes Flint's take on a tactical RPG feel unique. Something I hope we get to see more of in the future and some actual gameplay and other information revealed is the crew synergies. By pairing crew members with similar or complementing archetypes, you can power up your skills in battle, turning your pirate crew into more of an imposing force. That's something I think would very much help sell this game even more to people. Another area that applies pirate logic to role-playing experiences and how you power up your crew. In Flint, loot is a monetary and experience resource. You'll have to decide whether to buy items or give money to your crew to level them up and augment their skills. While most RPGs generally give you upgrades by taking out enemies, Flint Treasure of Oblivion focuses more on the acquisition of loot by any means, which can be found from social engagements and other activities. And in some cases, talking your way out of combat can also net you loot as well. Living out a pirate's life during the Golden Age within a CRPG is such a cool concept. And so far, based on this information I've been checking out, reading on, this seems to be a clever way of marrying the weird and seafaring pirate lifestyle with a role-playing game. I just hope that, these new first-time devs don't mess this up. This definitely should be their coming out party. I want this to succeed. I want this to be a good game and just be a lot of fun to play and just draw a lot of people into it, because I feel like, these days we don't really have a good pirate game. Sure, like I said, you got Sea of Thieves, it's a good fun co-op, pirate game there, but honestly, me personally, I would like a good single-player pirate game experience outside of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and we have not had that in such a long time. So this could be, that game that fills that void and, scratches that itch. I hope it is done well, and we get some more details later this summer, possibly at Summer Games Fest, or Gamescom, or whatever events may happen later this year, considering that this is supposed to be coming out Q4 of this year. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this? Are you excited for this? Do you agree with me as far as we just don't really have good pirate games like we should? It's underutilized, or are you happy with Sea of Thieves? Are you happy with what's been going on with Skull and Bones, things like that? Let me know. Hopefully this video was helpful to you as well. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like too, and subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.